Hello, everyone, and welcome to Live with Sheryl. I am your host, Sheryl Mebane, and this is my special guest that you see here joining me, Dr. Felicia Mebane, my wonderful sister, and public health ninja expert extraordinaire.
Yeah.
So, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show out there in live stream land. So, today we have a very packed schedule once again. New music. Then we'll have more health trivia that we do in fun and interesting, hopefully in different ways. Hopefully, our ninja will attest to this. And we'll move on from there to some other art forms. This show is about music and fun and health and other art besides music. And then we'll cruise on into a thing I'm really excited about. I was just telling Felicia about this. I am launching my Patreon. So for folks who are in the know, it's how a lot of creators are getting support from people who like the things that they do. And so I can walk you guys through and you can get the first little peek into how things are going to look and what kinds of exclusive content can be there. But you'll always be able to come back to Live with Sheryl. Don't worry. This is a friendly
Yeah.
place. Everybody's welcome here. And then the Patreons for the folks who really want to get that other stuff and get it all deep in the content.
And is that
So,
how you pronounce it? Because I don't know why I was saying Patreon in my head, but
oh,
I'm
okay.
probably
Patreon.
wrong.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
know.
Patreon. Yeah,
Maybe.
I like that. Let's not
Keyword.
patronize anyone. Let's patronize. I like it. Yeah, yeah. See, Dr. Felicia knows. Yeah, she keeps us on top of things.
I try.
So, for those of y'all who want to participate, because we do have trivia, and for those who were aware in the past and also going toward the future, if you participate in our trivia, you get to choose some of the things that go on live here, live with Sheryl tonight. So you may very well want to subscribe on YouTube because those chat responses are coming through live to the show. So without further ado, let's get down to some of my latest music. So I am an author, a poet, I am a writer, and I'm also a singer-songwriter. And today, my very final song from my first singer-songwriter release is out and available to folks. And so it's been out on a couple different streaming services so people can check it out. But I was just putting to the finishing touches. I'm still putting finishing touches on the video I'm going to show you all. And I'm really excited about how I think it sort of fits into a different little niche and sort of completes the picture of my EP, my Love, Life, Lust EP. So I think I would like to, without further ado, get this piece up so you all can enjoy it. And I would love to start the conversation about it. And I will get it going shortly. I just need to click a gazillion things because I run this little show. All right. I'm going to pull it up. And in the meantime, go ahead and log in and like and subscribe everywhere you need to so your different comments can come through. I know folks who've been liking and subscribing to things and following me on Facebook have been very diligent about it, but unfortunately, I still can't see your comments live here. So unfortunately, I think you do have to subscribe, but there's lots of great reasons to subscribe to YouTube. There's lots of good stuff that flows out over there and you get notifications when those things come through. So that's a good reason to subscribe over there. All right, y'all. So I'm going to pull up my fifth and final piece from my Love, Life, Lust, Love, Lust, Life. There we go. EP. And I'm going to take Felicia and me out so y'all can check it out. This is called Take It All.
Bye-bye, tightrope walking like, oh no, yeah, we strut. Silence clowns, school talking bozos, we know our stuff. Forget fire-breathing bosses, we're free. And skip love for payment, know our worth and boldly claim it. Now why do we look and leap when some folks fear the fall, fear the fall, fear the fall? If we move, we take it all. If we move, we move, we move. We're gonna take it all. We won't stop, won't stop, won't stop. Stop all the debate. Make our own fate. Stop all the debate. Make our own diamond, so bold, brilliant, haters' minds blow slow. Why don't they know? We feel gold, platinum, diamond, so bold, brilliant, haters' minds blow slow. Why don't they know?
Yeah. Okay. So that's your first section, pair of sections.
Hold on.
That's right. Dr. Felicia gets it. Yes. If we move.
Exactly. We're gonna take it all.
That's
Okay.
right. So, thoughts out there, starting with Dr. Felicia. What do you think?
Yeah, I love it. Again, it's very interesting. I was in a meeting last night around the World Culture Festival, and it has been going on for a couple of decades. And it started in India, and then they had one in Germany, and they're having a celebration this September, October on the mall. And part of it is to celebrate diversity in people, and it's a lot about wellness and being intentional with that. So they do yoga, breathing exercises, but it's also about just everybody being out there and celebrating each other and having that be a way. So one of the things they did was to invite, because it's here in the United States, they invited regions of the United States to participate. So we had some activities in Hampton Roads, and I've been involved in it. Long story short. Okay.
Yeah.
So we had a meeting yesterday, and one of the things they were talking about is the power of hip hop music, right, to connect with the youth, because they want to help youth to have good mental well-being. And then somebody made a comment about how because they were working with Curtis Blow,
Oh, yeah.
one of the guests at the festival in September, and they were saying even he was talking about how hip hop originated, circling back around the long way. With the positive community oriented messages, empowerment, that he was hoping to bring more of that back to hip hop. And so that's one of the things I think about with your music. I think it's really hip. Okay. And I also appreciate you have these wonderful messages as well. But I always think your beats are so cool.
Thank you. Thank you. Because my drumming background makes my ears want to have something. And then sometimes maybe there's a lot of something, but it's not boring. So that's the upside. But yeah, this empowering kind of take it all message, I think had some other iterations and some of the other pieces that I had out. But I think this beat is different, and this kind of message of feeling bold in a certain way is a little different and fits that beat a little bit. So I was glad to.
I'm on a chair ball, so that's how I can go bounce. A ball chair. Sorry, chair ball. A ball chair. Sorry.
I was with it. I think everybody out there wants that ball chair or chair ball. We want it all. Take it all.
But connecting to that as well, one of the things they were talking about is, you don't want to pop in with youth and do a program and disappear. You want them to incorporate it into their lives. And so one of the great things, again, about your music is they may come in because their ear here's the great beat, and then you're sneaking in, you kind of have that let's move. And so I can see lots of people using this because it's so cool. And then it can be part of whatever messages that at different levels. So
thank you. Here's hoping. I mean, behind the scenes, because these pieces that I've been releasing have been done for months. Behind the scenes, I've been seeing if I can remix and redo some of these tunes to meet the needs of people who are putting things out there in larger programs like for TV and film and other things, which I've done in the past with other music. So I'm definitely thinking, these messages are positive messages, and a lot of folks have material that they want to put out that's positive, and they're just looking to engage people more with music and other things. So fingers crossed. But let's see, unless you have any other comments, I don't see anything from the chat right now, then I'm just going to move on to some of the more health-centered but still fun portions of Live with Sheryl. Because like you were saying, we like to slide these messages in on some fun notes. So I think we had the trivia beginning last Live with Sheryl. We're bringing it back by popular demand in my head anyway. We have trivia, and we were talking about mental health. And so I think it might be really good to start with one of the pieces of trivia that connects, I think, to, Mental Health Awareness Month wrapped up just yesterday. let's see if folks can take a sort of you could guess. It's a yes or no question. Can the long-term effects of laughter improve your immune system? Is that a lofty thing to say? What do you think? Do we have ideas? Do we know? I'm going to give you a little bit of time to think about it.
Not sure what's going on there, but I can't even fake it because I don't even know.
Phone a friend. Maybe you need a healthy little panda to come in and give you encouragement. Okay, everyone, you've had some time now. It's fine. The answer is yes. Yes, according to one of these sites that I was pulling up from, well, there's so many places that we can get some really great information, but this is a mayoclinic.org site, and I'll put it up in the comments under the YouTube version of this that will get posted. I'll update later. But some of the long-term effects of laughter can be to improve your immune system, relieve pain, increase personal satisfaction, and improve your mood. And some of the short-term benefits can stimulate many organs, activate and relieve your stress response, and soothe tension.
And clear your tear ducts, because when I really laugh, I start crying, and then it's just like I just feel cleansed.
It's cathartic. It's important. Yes. And my little doing odd voices thing was my small attempt to inject some humor, aided by the friendly panda, in honor of more things we can think of to do to help ourselves, do a little self-care, and look out for our mental health. One of the other things we can do one of the other things I think that can come up is that you want to lean on your medical professionals. As our sister who's an MD was saying, don't forget to rely upon medical professionals. See your doctor if you think you have some concerns around mental health or other aspects of health. So
it's like not just your physician, but there are all kinds of other levels of care before you have to get all the way there. And we're hoping people are taking advantage of their community resources, clinics that they can go to, or things before it has to be medical, right?
Sure, trusted friends, and you can do your being in groups with other people who enjoy what you enjoy, or maybe going through what you're going through. But there are lots of places, just safe communities, places where you can feel that you can find your niche of how to relieve tension or talk about issues. So, but a component of your health practice can be to go to your doctor about whatever health issue comes up.
Oh, of course. So, it for sure is a component. There's no doubt.
Absolutely.
But one component is what I'm saying.
Yeah, one component. Exactly. Dr. Felicia knows. She doesn't want y'all out there straining on one thing. She wants you to know you have a whole group.
Public health in the house, okay? That's all I'm saying.
In honor of Father's Day, which is coming up, as y'all know, marked on the calendar, so we can celebrate the dads out there and the granddads and all type of people who identify as the dads. In honor of that, got this question for a yes or no question. And I'd love for somebody to, answer it from the chat land, because you're going to get you a prize if you do. Did 72% of men in a recent survey, probably about 2 years ago, say they'd rather do chores like mowing the lawn instead of going to the doctor? Yes or no question. Rather get out there and hit that grass rather than go on and see about that pain you got going on, or whatever it is, whatever you might be coming in for. What do y'all think? Let me give the chat folks a chance. If anybody chats it up. I'm still not seeing anything in the chats, y'all. So Dr. Felicia's going to have to sort of chime in here for the team. What do you think, Dr. Yes.
Yes. I think I know. Sorry.
I think you know.
Yes.
So according to, now this is from, and I'll put this resource up in the comments when the video is posted, and I have a chance to annotate it in the comments and the description of it. According to a Penn State Medical Minutes, that's one of their series trying to bring awareness to health issues. They presented this checklist for Father's Day to get people reminded of the things they can do to help their health, especially men. And they said in 2019, a study of more than 1,100 men conducted by the Cleveland Clinic had 65% of respondents saying they avoided going to the doctor as long as possible, and 72% did say they'd rather do chores like mowing the lawn instead of going to the doctor. So those lawns out there looking real good, y'all, but we probably need to take a bit of time and self-care and really make sure that we're looking in for ourselves and put our mask on first. As people say on the air, if you're taking the flight, they say put your mask on before you
Put
help
your
someone
oxygen
else.
mask on.
Yeah, do a checkup of your body before you do a checkup of that car, or before you tend to the lawn. Try to make sure you're tending to yourself, because you guys are important, and we really do need folks to take some moments, think about themselves, and see if you do need to consult a physician about some of the things that are sticking around. Because sometimes things, we get moving and we feel a little bit better. Do a little laughter, we feel a little bit better. Some stuff you might need a little additional help as part of your healthcare team, as part of the group of things that you do. Thoughts, Dr. Felicia? What are you
Exactly.
thinking?
Yeah. I mean, this has been a long-standing, phenomena that people who study health and public health know about. And one aspect of it is culture, right?
Mm,
That some men in the majority culture think that it's not macho, right, to have to go ask for help in any kind of way, really, right, in a lot of ways, but especially around their health. Or they feel that they have to be strong and they have to take care of their families, and then that's just a secondary priority. And so if you're feeling uncomfortable about it, or I guess I would encourage people then to tap into their men networks. I think there's a men's health magazine, for example, but tap into resources that are specifically dedicated to men,
absolutely.
because there are conversations are being had about this. What are the benefits of doing it? How can you do it? Why are you feeling uncomfortable? Why are you not doing it? And then to help people to increase that habit, because again, prevention, there are a lot of chronic illnesses and cancers that if you catch them early, you can have a much better life experience
Exactly.
after that. And so that's part of why, guys, we want everyone to go in on a regular basis,
Yeah.
and not just the women and children. So
Exactly. Exactly. So thank you so much for providing the broader context for some of these. We're as you are this public health ninja, you're sliding it in, boom, boom, sliding
yes.
it in. So now I'm going to connect up as we move to the next segment of Live with Cheryl with this idea about taking some time to get support for things that you need support for. Like sometimes we need support for our health, and sometimes we need support for our mental health in particular, or sometimes we might need support for the doings that we have going on. So, to that end, as a creator, I have been putting together one of the ways that I am going to be asking for support and welcoming support out there from folks. So, now that I have had a chance to get this lovely Live with Cheryl up and rolling, and I've had a chance to get my first artist release as a singer songwriter out there to the world, I've been itching to do some concerts. And I've been thinking about what kind of model I want to follow. So, not just the pandemic, but also in general, just being a mom and having a lot of my business based right here and staying home, and a lot of the things that I really want to do are based here, staying home, then I'm trying to set up an online model for my concerts. And so I found that Patreon was a place where I could start to do that. So I have I'm going to share a screen with you guys because the Patreon page is not fully launched yet, but I wanted y'all to see some of the things that are going to be coming up there. And you can get a little sneak peek right now. I think you guys can still hear me. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, great. Oh, yeah, you can still hear and see me. Okay, so what I'm doing is leading you all through. First off, this is going to be the patreon.com. It's going to be just / Sheryl Mebane when the page goes up. What I'm going to have here for people who are just interested coming by in the public, there'll be some posts so you can get to know some of the things that'll be going on here. But for the people who do decide to be supporters and members of my Patreon crew here, there will be content that you can't see elsewhere. So, like this post, for instance, this post is going to be one that only patrons can see, and it has some remixed music that is taking one of the songs that all of us have seen and heard who've been listening to Live with Cheryl, and it's going to be a little different kind of thing here. So you'll get some exclusive content there. But every month there's also going to be a show in addition to Live with Cheryl, which everyone can see like normal. There's going to be a show every month. So one month it will be live music. Another month it'll be a reading. And for those who become members, well, okay, patrons at a certain tier, and I'm showing you the tier here, this $10 a month tier, then you'll get that access to these exclusive half-hour concerts or readings or mashups of the two where I react to the most recent concerts or readings. So what's coming up next is going to be, which will be first, will be in honor of Father's Day, in honor of Juneteenth. And that's going to be a reading in a couple of Thursdays from now. So it's going to be on the 15th, which is also a little bit before my birthday. So anyway, there's more here that I want folks to just get excited about. I'm excited. I have a tier that's a little bit more economical for folks if you're not really that, passionate about an online concert, but you want to support me. Then there's this lower tier that's a monthly kind of a thing. And also for people who just want to set it one time and forget it, you can pay the whole year's worth, boom, in advance. And this lower tier and the tiers that go up, there'll be an exclusive chat with me in a group chat setting. And that will be set up through a different thing. So it won't be the chat through here. So whatever you're seeing for social media, it'll be just for the patrons. But that'll be happening once a month. And there'll be for the people who go up to the other tier, there'll be the live stream, either concert or reading. And then for folks who really, really want to get a whole lot of support coming my way, I will record special thank you messages for that support. And you could even decide to have me give a thank you message to someone who you love. If after the first month you say, you know what, I want to spread this welcome and thank you, I'm going to have that go around to some other people, then I can do that. I just have to get your information. So I'm excited about it. I get a chance to share with you all the different sides of the art that I've been creating. And it gives me a chance to do it all in one place because some different outlets are more set up for certain types of creators. You got your music focus over here, or you got your writer focus over there, or your actor focus here, or what have you. And this is where you can pick and choose and customize. And that's what I've done, is sort of have a space so I can do my thing in the music and do my thing with the readings. So the readings will probably be a lot with poetry, but I could also pull from some of my nonfiction, my research kind of stuff. So it just depends on what I think is most interesting that's going on. And then I'll be cycling through those concerts. So it'll be a reading coming up in a couple of weeks. Then the next month it'll be concert, music. Oh, well, the reading will also have some music. And then the next month it'll be a reaction to those things. So a little live behind the scenes, like chitter chat about what's been going on. How did we get there? What was that about? Stuff like that. So that's what I'm launching. And if y'all follow me on social media, I will let you know when the page is live and y'all can start to, go ahead and support. But I'm excited about it. It lets me put some things out there in the universe in a way that lets me be rooted and grounded here in the studio environment and in my home turf with my fam. So
Yay, that's right.
I'm excited.
Pick me. Oh, yeah, wait, hold on. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I have a question.
Okay. I have answers, I hope.
So you mentioned you're still going to do this podcast.
Yes.
So then what's the difference between the two?
Yes. So what's going to happen with Live with Cheryl, it's going to just be me, and I'm just going to be doing the chat, just myself, just chatting it up with people, and it's going to be on a different social media space. So people will be able to
this
No, I'm sorry. So different than Live with Cheryl. What's going to be different? What's going to be different? What's going to be, different than Live with Cheryl. So Live with Cheryl stays this. Okay. We have our health component. We need our health expert. We need our guests to really fill in all the other artwork. But so behind over in Patreon land is really about supporting me. And so you'll get to see me over there, and there'll be chats. So it'll be once a month chats, and once a month some type of a show. or performance by me. I may have special guests there, but really it's about here's a sort of a window into some of the things that may come out later for other people, but what I'm going to have is exclusive concerts. And so if any of those things end up on TV or in film, if any of those remixes end up not being exclusive, you all will be getting other exclusive stuff there to replace it, because that's the intent for some of those remixes is they're in a mind for film and TV projects.
Yes, and so for example, you might have a little tidbit of something here in terms of the music.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
That's part of the
So,
connection. And
absolutely.
Right.
Sorry about that. So I definitely am going to have some content brought over, but it won't be the whole shebang. So there'll be just little snippets so that'll wet your whistle. Yeah, exactly. So that'll be happening on Live with Sheryl. I'll be pulling some little bits, like essentially the next segment that's going to close things out is one of these examples. This is a great segue, Felicia, because another art form that I engage in is poetry. And in honor of Juneteenth coming up, I have a poem that I'm going to share with you all. And it sort of gives you a sense of me doing these readings, since the reading will be coming up in a couple of weeks. So thank you for saying that. So this is a poem that, for those who follow me on social media, you might have seen me put this on Twitter as just the visual of it. I didn't do a reading of it. I just had the visual of it. And it was published a couple of years back by Atlanta Review. And so because no one was available to chat out there in the land, no one has won the trivia but Dr. Felicia. Dr. Felicia won it. Okay, she won it hard. So, Dr. Felicia, I have created a multimedia experience here that I'm going to do a reading over top of for this poem. Do you want to hear?
Oh, wait, we have a comment. Hi, CD.
Oh, hey. So you haven't missed out on everything, because there's going to be a combination platter of music and a reading of poetry to wrap up this Live with Sheryl episode. So hello and welcome. So Dr. Felicia,
yes,
do you want to hear the version that has a little bit of a song that has been on this show before, or do you want to hear me do a reading over the music that you have not heard before?
Not heard before.
You have not heard this before. Okay. So you want the new stuff. Give me the new stuff.
Yes.
Okay. So let me go ahead and pull it up, and then I'm going to read over it. And then you guys can experience concrete communion in this way. And this will give you a little taste of some of what will be happening, because with readings in the past, I had written a jazz novel, and so I had gotten into having live music performances. Oh, CB says, yes, good choice, I think. It's probably what you do. Yes, let's do it. So we'll get this reading going and then wrap up the show with that. So I'm going to pull up Concrete Communion with the new stuff. That's what I heard. Give me the new stuff. And then I will do a reading of this poem. And we will wrap up the show thereafter. This has been zooming by. I was saying, like, it's just a jam-packed show, y'all. Jam-packed. The music is within. The dancer spins, jerks, and pops. Tight moves under a loose hooded sweatshirt, and baggy jeans. From sidewalk to street, he slides. Traffic stops. He stretches his arms out and lifts his face to the gray skies and to the rain soaking him and pounding the spot where days earlier his brother by another mother was shot. The dancer's arms roll like a wave. He jumps backwards, eyes still shut, and lands on the wet concrete on one foot. A car turns around his corner perch, blasting bass that ripples in the road puddles. He meets the beat by bringing his hands to his chest and pumping in and out until the rumble fades to a distant, dull pulse. When he opens his dark brown eyes, he stares into the camera held by the sister with long, neat dreadlocks. He whips into a crisp one-hand stand that defies all the forces that weigh him down. So that was Concrete Communion. Hey, I think you might have been muted, and I unmuted you. Now I muted you. Okay. Hey, I was trying to pull it up so I could read it, y'all, and that's what took that. That was dramatic introduction of music.
Yeah, I was. And see, did you? So great. Thank you. There's a great comment. Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Did you mean to not have the music at the end? Because I couldn't tell if that was an intentional choice or just taking advantage of the situation. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud.
It's live, y'all. That's what happens. It's live. We just take it. Well, I wanted to actually have something where it fades out around where it says the thing fades out. But I was like, okay, we're just going with this.
Yeah. Well, but the thing is, the content, and CB says she loved it, but the content is dramatic enough. It's like I was picturing it in my head, so I was still rolling with it, even though the music has stopped. That's awesome. I love both of them.
Thank you. So that's a taste of what will be going on, minus the technical difficulties, y'all. That's one of the reasons that you got to get yourself a little bit of time to get your live shows going when you are going to be presenting things behind a paywall. You want to get yourself some time to go ahead and have the large print so you can read that from a distance is what I will be doing.
You have to have soft launches. That's what I like to call them, right?
Yeah.
You have a few episodes, just working it out, getting the feel for everything. It's good.
I will be doing a reading. If there's a patron or not, I'll be doing one reading for one of those. That's one of the reasons I'll be doing that. Nice. So there'll definitely be behind the paywall a reading for folks if there are no paying folks or if there are, because I do want to make sure that I'm up and going completely.
Right.
And what there is now is, like I said, there are these exclusive pieces of music that you guys have heard the originals, but you haven't heard these little twists here.
Oh, okay.
I got some twists on some of these songs, y'all.
Okay,
so
ma'am.
You may want to go ahead and sample those things. But that's available now. There are a couple songs that are already up there now. So when the Patreon page is up, there will already be exclusive things before the June 15th concert. So, the reading, June 15th reading. There will be music, but it's going to be a reading in honor of Juneteenth and in honor of Father's Day. So that's going to kick some things off. So let's see. I really appreciate y'all rocking with me, technical difficulties and all. I just want to remind you what's going to be coming up. There's going to be another Live with Sheryl right here where y'all are able to see this on July the 6th. That's going to be a first Thursday next month. I know some of y'all might be, traveling around vacationing and things like that, but you can always sort of pick back up with Live with Sheryl, and you can see some of the annotated videos out where I put comments in and put little links and things so y'all can skip around and get your highlights and relive the awesomenesses and some of the other situations and moments of technical situations. And you can enjoy and sort of kiki and laugh and have a good time. But we're going to rock with Live with Sheryl here regularly and pull in little snippets of what goes on over in Patreon land. But check me out over there. And I will be letting everyone know on social media. So on Twitter and TikTok and LinkedIn and Instagram and Facebook and all the different places where there will be access for you through Patreon. So you'll get some more details. You just come to the Patreon page, but I will shove that in people's faces who follow me on social. And yeah, go ahead and follow me on social. Like and subscribe all over the place, and you will keep getting notifications when new things come out. And a lot of new things are coming out, you guys. I haven't even mentioned I'm going to be in California in a couple of months for a show. I haven't done a live show out in the world since pre-pandemic, and this is going to be one with a band that I love very dearly. And details are coming out, but they're flying me out, y'all. So I'm going to be drumming, and word is there's going to be one of my songs from here. I'll be performing there. So in the Bay Area in a couple months. We're getting some information, getting some Sheryl. There'll be some live with Sheryl, live and in person. but this will remain. We'll
Live,
still be
live. So this
live
IRL in real life.
in real life, y'all, at a beautiful location. Details to come, but that's been going on. And lots of, fun things, lots of exciting things that we can talk about more behind the scenes on those chats over there in Patreon land. There's a lot of stuff to stuff in. So, but Felicia, you got a lot of stuff going on too. Tell the people where they're going to be able to hear from you. I know you still have a whole lot
Yeah.
of content you're
We'll
rocking
wait
with.
till next month. We'll hold on. Yeah, we'll wait till next month.
Okay, so
I'm still
there's
building.
there's still content being put up there, so people can still get a hold of uh, the podcast and see some of the things that have been offered there on Sundays at
Yeah,
11:30.
it's a little bit on hold, but when I'll come back in July or August, and then
Got
I'll
it.
have websites and everything for everybody to share. Yeah,
This is gonna be exciting, you
yeah,
guys. So it's already good. It's gonna go next level. See,
exactly.
you see, that's what that podcast is gonna do. So, but you can get more information when you can follow Dr. Felicia on social now. She's out
Yeah,
there in
that's
social
right.
media. So
LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, but mostly LinkedIn right now, to be honest, professionally, because I'm not putting out original content right now, but that's coming in the fall. So
right. So we have a lot to look forward to, everybody. Follow everybody, support everyone, enjoy out there, and just take care of each other. And we'll see you the next time. Y'all take care. Bye.